just when we thought that we had seen it all, some lovely individuals within the Roblox community decided that it was time for us to stray further away from God. And believe me when I say that we are further away than we have ever been before. Like, we are probably at a point of no return by now. I suppose the title of this video kind of speaks for itself here, and there's not really any need to explain exactly why these games are an appalling thing to be creating in general, not to even mention during a time like this. But you guys know exactly what we can do, and that is to take a look at these virus games that keep appearing throughout Roblox. But teehee guys, before we look at those lovely games I'm sure you are also very excited to see, I have just one favour to ask of you. I'm sure you all know how it goes by now, but please make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe if you too are curious to see the mistakes that are these Roblox virus games. Well, Potions Defeat the Virus, truly a Roblox classic, and created by the Plague Containment Agency. Dear Lord, I do hope they didn't create this group entirely to hold and create this game, because that really would make this situation even more tragic. Genuinely something I didn't think was possible. Hey, listen, it's inevitable. No matter how serious the goings on in the world may seem to be, people will always make memes out of it. That's something I feel like we've had to learn the hard way, and especially during the last couple of months or even years. But I think that often turns out to be some kind of coping mechanism, because my god, if we didn't try to make light of a lot of these things, I don't even know how or where we would end up. But when we actually come to these serious circumstances, I think there's a very, very fine line drawn in the middle of which actions are acceptable and everything else that is not acceptable. And truly the line is always drawn when it comes to the outrageous act of profiting off of said situation. Like right now, just a couple of weeks ago, I literally saw an advertisement of some company trying to sell virus merch and labelled them as Virus Tour hoodies. The Plague Containment Agency is fighting the spread of deadly viruses through the state-of-art technology and methods. Join us in defeating this virus today. This game is updated frequently, so check back often. Someone actually linked this game to me on Twitter, and I just want to real quick say thank you to them, because I truly and wholeheartedly did not know that this was a real thing that was going down on Roblox. Even right now, after I've seen this game, I kind of don't want to believe that it's a real thing, that people are willing to go low enough to produce. But not only did some developers really spend some time creating this whole game, which I will never understand within itself, how you can sit there making this game in Roblox Studio or whatever and not think to yourself at least once like, wow, maybe I should not be doing this right now. Come on, defeat the virus, really? They created their own egg hunt within the game too, and in the logo they have changed the virus into Easter egg shapes. I don't know how to feel, but I know that none of this is sitting right with me. There is even a grand total of 10 game passes under this game, and I wouldn't exactly call any of them cheap either. Like, I just know that there is probably some people out there that actually bought these, and even if the sales on them are low, the fact of the matter is that they exist and they are on sale, being sold for real money. But the thing is, the bottom of the description here reads, the goal of this game is not to take advantage of the pandemic, but to show how seriously it needs to be taken. This game uses real-life data to show the need for real-life preventive measures, which is all fine and well. You know, perhaps the intentions of these developers really were supposed to be good, but man, you can't just take advantage of something by literally making a profit out of it and then just be like, well, I didn't mean to take advantage of it. It kind of be like robbing someone and then telling them, well, the goal of me robbing you was not to take your money, before proceeding to walk away with said money. I don't know, man. I kind of wanted to give this game and the developers the benefit of the doubt and maybe call it bad timing, but the whole game was created towards the end of March, which was already way into the pandemic, so I'm not sure I can give them that benefit. But the thing is, like, I didn't want to directly be talking about just one game doing this kind of thing, because that's bad enough, but I am also real hopeful that they will learn how wrong it is sooner or later. But I just typed the word virus into the Roblox search bar for games, and already there is hundreds, possibly even thousands of games appearing. Obviously not all of them are about the current situation of the world, but there is certainly plenty of those to go around in here. Not all of them have hundreds or thousands of players like some that I have seen, but you can definitely see that they are trying to get up there. I mean, some of these games are even out here directly showing pictures and mentioning this virus by name. Obviously these shouldn't exist in the first place, literally anywhere on the internet, but of all places, absolutely not on a platform like Roblox. A lot of the time these games end up having game passes on sale as well, which spills into the territory of below that line where things just aren't acceptable in these situations. Like I told you before, I really don't need to sit here and explain to you why profiting off of something like this really isn't acceptable and why it shouldn't be tolerated. It's such a shame too when people try to defend this and somehow make it seem justifiable when there is really no explanation that could sit that way. The game we mainly saw today absolutely isn't the only one of its kind, you know, that was more of an example for what appears to be a much bigger issue, but it became the focus simply because it was sent to me on Twitter. But creating a game about such a serious topic isn't the main problem itself, because it then explodes and stems off into several much more serious issues, like the selling and making money out of this, and you really don't need me to tell you that it's probably the younger players pouring their money into these games. It's a whole cycle of things that all spill into one another, and of course it would be nice to see an end come to it, but like I mentioned before, it's kinda inevitable and it's gonna happen no matter what anyone says. But I really did not feel right scrolling past this without at least taking one small peek into it, and I'm kinda glad I did in some weird way, because I became aware of something that seems to be an issue that hopefully can try and be fixed. But you know, I'm still gonna try to stick onto and ride with that hope of the intentions of these certain developers were truly good and in the right place. But right now, I guess it just is what it is. But anyway, let me know what you guys think of these people creating Roblox virus games. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.